New video for One Better Day is a bit of a test for Madness, because they're making it themselves, with a little professional help. In the past, the director's usually been Dave Robinson, the head of Stiff Records, the label which the band has recently left. This time, a lot of the responsibility for getting the pictures right has fallen on Lee.
Well, look, have you looked at the camera?
Yeah, I've looked through it.
Looked at the camera. I think it's much better if he's close to the camera.
Not all Madness's songs have a Camden setting, like One Better Day, but they have made most of the videos here. They all still live in the area, and the connection between band and borough is strong, and of course, part of the image.
I've lived here for 8 or 10 years or so, and so have most of the band, so it's somewhere that we all know very well. When you write about anything, you kind of draw from your own experiences, and maybe they tend to hark back to here more often than not.
These are the streets I used to walk on summer nights, sit out and talk. That's the house where I used to live. But what I would give.
When we was doing a video yesterday, I met some chap in the street. He said, "Oh, what are you up to?" I said, "We're just making a video." He's a man about Camden Town. He knows it quite well, especially the estate agents. I said, "Oh, we're making a video about Island House, Camden Town." And he said, "What do you know about Camden Town?" And it's true. I mean, I reckon 90% of people in Camden don't know Camden. I think I'm one of them.
Lee, however, is being a bit modest. In his early days, he set foot on, not to say slept on, parts of Camden and King's Cross where respectable people would fear to tread.
On bank holidays, we just used to take off somewhere on a freight train, and somehow I lost the group. I fell off the train.
They didn't push you off.
And I jumped down somewhere along one of these walls along there, and it wasn't this actual tank we was up. And I thought, I'll have some of this. Of course, then they were grey.
Oh, what a lovely naughty boy. Oh, what a pair of naughty boys. Oh, what a fun a naughty boy. I've been a naughty boy.
But did you sleep up there?
Yeah, I kept up there for... Must pack up smoking. Yeah, just kept up there.
What, for how long?
Well, as far as I remember, it was... I can't remember what month. But anyway, it wasn't about this. All I wanted to do was play the saxophone.
No, seriously, I think a lot of your music does have the gas tank in it somewhere.
So, please.
What happened, like, when the thing started going down? Because as we can see here, they sink. Did you find yourself trapped as it descended into the murky depths?
I think that's what might have woken us up.
As was beginning to move. So what were you doing jumping the freight trains anyway? I mean...
Lee isn't the only naughty boy in Madness. Other members of the band once wrought havoc even in perfectly legitimate places.
Well, this is Kite Hill. Over there's Highgate. Over there's sort of Camden Town, Kentish Town. And people come up here and fly their kites. I mean, up here, actually.
Tell us what you did.
Well, one thing we used to do was we used to walk from the Lido, which is a swimming pool down there. We used to walk up this hill, and we used to set fire to all the rubbish bins on the way. I mean, that's not really that bad. We didn't sort of... we were just burning the rubbish, making it easy for the dustmen. And we get to the top, and we look down and survey all these glowing rubbish bins. That was quite fun. And the park keepers used to chase us, in vans at night and things like that.
And how old were you then? 25, 26?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah, this is the place where we used to meet to jump freight trains, me and a few other friends, when I was about their age. Leamington Spa, just mainly northwards. We ended up in Leon Sea once, near Southend. Jumped out, pitched a tent. and woke up in the morning to find all these cows nibbling at the strings.
With those bad lad credentials, it wasn't surprising that in their early days, Madness attracted a strong skinhead following.
Ah, we go outside there, come on, you got all the mouth at first, didn't you?
Excuse me, is anyone in from the band?
Yeah, I am.
I'm looking for Mark. I'm his mum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nobody's round the corner at the moment in the dressing room.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, thanks.
Come on then, outside now.
Wait, Suggs. What's that, mate? What's going on in a minute? All right. You want to get changed and stuff? We've got to go on, come on. Well, Carl, don't be stupid, come on.
We'll see you later.
This skinhead support led to press accusations that the band sympathised with the National Front and British movement and their racialist policies.
Well, see, it was unfortunate because we were part of the two-tone thing and we were all white, you know, which I know was our faults, but there wasn't a lot we could do about it, and we didn't really feel that we should get a token black in or anything like that. But we felt at the time that we'd written a song, The Prince, which was our first single, and it was a tribute to a black Prince Buster. So we thought that said it all, and we didn't feel that we had to justify anything. And we didn't, you know, I mean, we were very naive in those days. It was just really horrible at the time. I mean, I don't think a lot of the kids knew what they were doing. I think they just wanted something to join up, you know, some sort of club. But yeah, it's a very frightening time. But it seems years ago now, and then we got over that, and we lost that following because we just didn't pander to them, you know. If kids started trouble, then we'd stop the gig and turn a spotlight on them and throw them out or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't a very nice period of, you know.
But times have changed. The Nutty Boys have grown up. Some, like Suggs, are married with children.
Very hot.
Very hot. Very hot.
They've changed in other ways too. Developed an interest, for instance, in social issues. All this is a far cry from the days when those unfair racist jibes came their way.
Read it. Read it. Read it.
In fact, in those days, Suggs and his mates, most of them still teenagers, wrote songs with no political content at all, right-wing or left-wing.
Yeah, I mean, I left school and joined the band. I didn't really know anything about anything. And then as the years have flown by, I've kind of become more interested in what's going on around me, and everyone in the band has. I think maybe being in a band gives you the luxury to be able to think about those kind of things, you know, because you don't have to worry about the everyday kind of paying bills and maybe, I don't know. I've learnt a lot through Madness, maybe from travelling, yeah, that I wouldn't have done had I not been in the band. I think travelling changes your outlook quite a lot, just on the way you look at other people, really. And, yeah, how similar, you know, the kind of things you dislike about this country are all over the world, you know, the same kind of bigotry and conservatism.
This is called Time. When I consider how much